everyone, I'm your host Seema Chhoriya, and to all my dear viewers who are viewing us for the first time, Great Principles is an educational and interactive talk show that brings together best school leaders from the world. The Scottish American industrialist and philanthropist Andrew Canrate said, teamwork is the ability to work together toward a common vision, the ability to direct individual accomplishments towards organizational objectives. It is the fuel that allows common people to attain uncommon results. This beautiful goal defines why our personal, social, and economic success depends on better communication and relationship dynamics with our teams, both within home and outside. My guest today advocates teamwork at its best results in a synergy that can be very productive. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Sajeev M S, Principal, Raj Rajendra Public School, Ranapur, MP. Welcome to Great Principles, sir. It's truly an honor to have you today.
Thank you, madam. So much thank you, madam. Firstly, I express my sincere thanks and gratitude to the entire team of Great Principal because it's a great and wonderful platform for all the school leaders to express their views and ideas on education field. Now, I appreciate your innovative initiatives in this field. Thank you so much, madam.
Thank you so much, sir. We are truly humbled, and this is what motivate us when you tell us that we are working in the right direction, and we assure you that we will make great principles the biggest network of principles to share ideas and work collaboratively. So, let us begin our conversation by knowing little about you first. So, once upon a time, you were training students for general welfare and realized that teaching is the best profession to make changes in the world. So, from human resource to an educator, your journey speaks about your love for this vocation. So, do you believe that you made the right choice by becoming an educator?
Yes, madam. I strongly believed that I am in the right path. I made the right choice to become an educator and a teacher. You know, in India, the teachers are considered as the nation builders. The teachers have very important role in every community and society. You know, the teachers are providing knowledge to others. At the same time, they are studied something new. We are the teachers also. We are the learners also. We are the teachers. Same time, we are the learners also. The one side we are collecting the knowledge, and other side we are giving the knowledge to others. Here, the learning is very important thing among the world. Then, after my PG course in 1994, I joined as an NOC, National Service Volunteer and Project Assistant at Mahatma Gandhi University in Kerala. There, I got a golden chance to conduct uh, various type of educational training programs, seminars, intercollegiate camps for college students. Then we conducted a lot of programs in university campus with the help of Department of Adult Education. And they had also a lot of works in the field of community levels, community development activities. Then I organized health clubs for various school children to create health awareness in the mind of school children. Uh, the question is that how I decide to become an educator.
Right.
You know, at that period means 1994, 95, 96, that period.
Yeah.
Uh, More than 60 colleges were affiliated to Mahatma Gandhi University. All these activities made me a close relationship to various college lectures, professors, principals. Then I studied something new from the teachers, how they influenced the kids, then how they motivated the kids, their leadership skill, their communication skill, their commitment to the society. I highly influenced much by them. Then secondly, National Service Scheme had a village extension center at a nearby village. That is known as Village Development Center, Gram Vikas Kendra. There I got a chance to conduct vacation classes for the children and also coaching classes, tuition classes for the school children. And this made me a relationship to various school children and their parents. So all these activities, continuous activities, that made me highly influenced me to become an educator and a teacher. Then I came in Madhya Pradesh in 2006. Then I started my career here. I joined as a teacher in a school. Then I continued my service for 4 years here at various schools. Then in 2010, I became the principal of Raj Rajendra Public School at Ranapur. Ranapur is a small place in Jabbar district of Madhya Pradesh. Since being promoted to the principal of Raj Rajendra Public School, all my duties, all my responsibilities was have been consistent with the development of the school. During the last 12 years, I did a lot of works for the development of this school, and also I try to give a better education to my children. Madam, I am a strong learner. Learning is my passion. Uh, After starting my career, I have successfully completed my B.Ed and MSW degree. Then I also got the PGDM, postgraduate diploma in educational management. Then during this last years, I have completed six foreign universities courses, uh, especially from London University, Illinois University of USA, Michigan University, Harvard University, Commonwealth Education Trust, etc. Now I am a member of International Association of Soft Skill Trainees. Now I am working. I am giving my service as the regional director of International Association of Educators and Corporative Trainees. Now I am very happy. So definitely I can say that I am in the right path.
Absolutely, sir. Your journey is truly incredible. And I see how, as you evolved more and more towards the leadership role, you developed a focus of ensuring that every child gains the quality education. And you rightly said, yes, teachers are the one who can change the world. Only they have the power of changing the world because they mold young minds. And the molding which happens in the primitive years, that is what shapes the character of a person and ultimately drives him to be a better citizen. So it's great to know your thoughts that what you're doing. And one more thing that you mentioned, that you are a great learner. Yes, so learning is something which is the most essential skill of being a leader. So that is the most essential thing, and we all need to teach our children also how can they be lifelong learners. That is when they enjoy learning and they think of continuously upgrading and upskilling themselves. So going ahead in our conversation, sir, you know I think change is the only persistent activity that marks evolution, sir. So every time there are some of the other changes, and I'm really happy that finally much needed changes coming in our education also, with NEP coming in full force and getting implemented. So what do you think? What educational reforms are necessary for children and youth of today?
Yes, madam. Actually, education is a necessity thing for a child. It's the rights of a child. Education acts as a foundation stone of every individual. Our former Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru one day said, "The children are the future hope of a nation. Today's children will be the tomorrow's good citizens." So our country wanted qualified, energetic, enthusiastic, and educated children and youth. That if you make some changes in children, we can change a nation and also we can change the world. Actually, our government took a various initiatives and steps for the development of educational field. But why we need reforms in the educational field? That's the question. But before discuss the matter, first we will analyze what's the present condition of education system in our country. So firstly, I am talking about the quality of children in our country. What is the quality, educational quality of our children? Madam, our country is a developing nation. During the past decades, investment for education in development were and have led unprecedented enrollment rates. The olden times, every school faced enrollment problems. The children were not willing to come to the school. Now we already solved the problem. That problem is known as the school crisis. But now we are facing learning crisis. Learning crisis means now children are sitting in the classroom every day without learning anything. Thousands or millions of students leave the school without knowing how to read a simple paragraph or how to solve a simple two-digit subtraction. This is the present condition of education system in our country. So we should enhance the learning capacity of the children, the good learning outcomes of the children. Then we have a curriculum. All the schools, colleges, universities are following this curriculum. But our curriculum should be subject centered. Especially, I'm talking about the school level. All the schools, especially primary classes, primary schools, we are following a subject centered. We are not considering the needs of the learner response. But we should consider the needs of the children. Our curriculum should be changed into learner based. So, a reasonable design, implementation capacity is very necessary. And also, good policy making also very essential to enhance the quality of the education in our country. The secondly, I am thinking about the quality of the teachers in our school, the teaching quality. So what is the teaching quality in our schools? Now, a teaching job is very easy job in our country because it doesn't require any of the technical requirements or qualifications. But most of the teachers, they do not know what's the role of teacher in a student's life. The teachers have very important role in schools. So we should take the interviews, active interviews, and regular checkups, periodic checkups to improve the quality of the teachers. Most of the time, we are saying that the teachers are the second parents of the children. So we should give a periodic training to the teacher to act as the second parents of a children. Then they can create a homely atmosphere in the school, not only in the classroom but also in the schools. Then this atmosphere of feeling create a feelings in the mind of the children, the love, empathy, togetherness, considerations. That these features automatically reflects their behavior also. The third point, I am talking about the technology used in our schools. The COVID 19 teaches the importance of technology in education. The technology is an inevitable part of education. We can't avoid the technology in future education. But what is the condition of technology used in our schools? Now we are teaching 21st century skills by using the 20th century technology. The last year, all the school closed in our country, but most of the school, private and government schools, started the online classes through various apps, websites like LMS. But the problem is that the most of the students and parents they do not know how to open these apps. And what is the function of the apps? Now we are living in the fourth industrial revolution. So we should embrace the technology. We should practice the parents and children to use of the technology because we can't avoid the technology. Then lastly, I am talking about the infrastructure. Infrastructure means minimal level facilities in our schools. So we should ensure clean water, sanitation facilities in our schools. We should ensure the natural lighting, toilet facilities, proper ventilations, the spacious classrooms. Actually, we cannot make a smart classes in every school. That is not possible. But we can make a creative classrooms. We should ensure good learning atmosphere for the kids. According to a report of Unified District Information System Education 2019-20, according to that report, around 6,000 schools in our country they do not have their own building in our country. Only 77 percentage of the government school have only electricity connections. 10 percentage of the schools do not have hand wash facilities. The crucial problem is that 30,000 schools in our country they do not have any drinking water facilities in school premises. This is a very crucial problem, sir. The, if you're talking about the reforms in the education field, first we should consider the present condition of the education system in our country. The main focus to solve these problems for to enhance the learning outcomes, the learning productivity of the children.
Absolutely, sir. Sir, I think you have brought in forth some eye opening facts about the condition of schools in our country. I
Yes,
completely
madam.
agree. I completely agree with you. You know that without basic infrastructural advancement in facilities, how can we expect that our children can learn and grow further? You know, as you mentioned, that the basic, forget about skills learning, the creative learning, forget everything, but the basic literacy skills, that also we are missing on, and that too at a very larger number. And this is something really, really very alarming. With education now, the budget is rolling out soon, so hopefully let's see that this year a lot of threshold has been already made on increasing the education budget, because 2 years, it's like a, an academic loss. Also, there has been an ultimate spin in the entire education system. Parents are not satisfied, children have not learned, and I can rightly say that many of them has actually, are behind, lagging 1 year in their academic progress. So yes, we hopefully there is a lot of buzz going on that increasing the education budget, doing the infrastructure, getting technological advancement. Government is looking up to, providing subsidized laptops and maybe free or subsidized internet connection too. So these are the things which are very much in talks, and let's see, hoping for the best. Lot of reforms are coming up, government is taking their initiative. And on my show, I come across such amazing educators, those who, even though they are deprived of all kind of facilities, they are ensuring that children are learning. They are making education reach to these children. So it's like we all have to work collectively. We, the teacher, educators, principals, leaders, government, parents, all need to work collectively. Gradually we'll see a change shift in our educational system, and I'm really looking forward for some amazing things happening. Let's see how it goes, fingers crossed. So hoping for the best, sir.
Okay, thank you.
So moving ahead, sir. So uh,
Yes, madam.
it is only in the dictionary, where success precedes work, because success comes first in the dictionary and then the word work. But in real life, we all need to really work very, very hard to achieve and taste the fruits of success. So your appreciation lands your more followers who aspire to become you. So that is the fact. When we are recognized, we are awarded. So has any educator ever paid you a compliment that you are their role model?
Yes, madam. One of my old students, now he's working as a teacher in a school. One day he told me, "You are very inspirational to me. You are the role model." A lot of people also, a lot of other teachers also told me the same. I have a lot of friends also in social medias. I'm getting a good support, a strong support from, amazing support from my friends. Actually, this type of compliments gives me more and more responsibility to do something more in the field of education. The question is that how I became a role model in front of others. It is not an easy thing. Simply, I can say that the continuous and steady efforts made me a role model in front of others. There is no magic behind this. The hard work, systematic hard work is necessary with imaginations. My name is also Sajeev. The meaning of the Sajeev is always live. That means always active, always energetic. That is when I am always energetic in every time. There is a motto also in my life. There is a formula. That formula is like that: V plus hard work is equal to success. V plus hard work is equal to success. So hard work is necessary with the innovative ideas that we can gain anything. We can earn the success in our life. The last year I got the best principal role model award of 2021. Then the last year also in our school, we conducted the online classes and we conducted so many programs, competition for the children. We helped the poor people in nearby villages. The last year, our school is selected as the best school in this district due to COVID pandemic time. So I have a request to all of our viewers. Everybody try to become a role model. We can do it. We can earn it.
Absolutely, sir. To become a role model, there is only one formula, and that is keep working hard consistently. And the people always choose the person, those who stands true on their own ideologies. And yes, so as sir mentioned, that hard work is the key, and sir himself is a very hardworking person, and he is a self-made man. Whatever he is today of his hard work. So that is what makes him a true role model for many. And I'm sure, sir, with people like you, there will be a lot of influence on our young generation to join this amazing field of education and do something commendable in the field of education so that our future generations get a better quality as we all are hoping for. You are truly an inspiration, sir, and I wish you all the luck in all the endeavors. Hope that you all your goals are achieved in this year. So, sir, let's continue in our education conversation further, sir. So, in this inspirational conversation, we have a next question which says that day in and day out, we strive to make our moments count through sheer determination to reach on our goal. We seek support, guidance, and motivation to help us through. So, the educationist you look upon for your inspiration, advice, and support, who is that person?
Madam, a number of people and teachers influenced me, but especially two teachers. The one is when I was a degree student, one of my teacher, his name is Dr. Michael T.T. He had highly influenced me. His communication skills, interacting with the kids, or energetic mind, his leadership styles. I was truly influenced by him. The one of another teacher, his name is A.T. Baby. Uh, I also worked with him another school for 2 years. Actually, at that time, I did not know how to prepare the answers. He helped a lot of me to prepare the answers and how to conduct the examinations, how we can run a school, and all things I studied from him. Now he's working as a principal of a school. After 12 years, I am keeping a good relationship to Baby Sir for advice and support. But I have a nature also. I will listen everything. I am studying everything from others. If any person will say any mistake, I am ready to correct my mistake. That's my nature.
Great, sir. And I think this is a beautiful thought that listen and correct, because once you correct any mistake, that is when people pay more respect and they get more connected to you. All right. So whatever I do, there is someone to handhold, to guide and support. So even they take up the courage to do. Otherwise, when we are always blamed that, see, here you went wrong, and no one appreciates our mistake, so we are not able to take that step forward. So this is very much needed and a great learning. So this was a good take from this answer. So going ahead, now we have reached to the very interesting segment of the show. This is called rapid fire round, sir. Sir, you have to answer in one word or a statement would do.
Yes, brother. I will try.
All right. Okay. So we start now, and here goes the first question. When you're not working, what do you do?
Reading the books and watching some comedy programs on TV.
All right. Next question. Why should one have hobbies in life?
My hobbies is reading. I told you this, watching these TV
Yeah.
programs, comedy
So
programs. This
so
was for
now
the
I'm
just entertainment.
So now I'm asking you, why should one have hobby in life?
Hobby means only for the relaxation. After the work, we will get some relaxation from our work. That's why we are doing the hobbies.
All right. So to keep yourself relaxed and rejuvenated, you need your hobbies. Going ahead to the next question, tell us about a funny or a weird incident in your life.
Funny incident. Lot of funny incidents in my life, but now I am remembering one thing is that one day I went to Chennai to participate a interstate seminar, 7 days program, subject the prevention of drug abuse. The program was conducted by Human Resource Minister of India. Uh, I went there with my one of my best friend. After the program, after the seminar, we decided to go to Coimbatore to meet one of my best sir, favorite sir, Tom Sabram sir. At that day, he was working as a South Indian director of TPDP project. TPDP means a training personnel for development programs.
Okay.
After meeting him, we decided to go to Ooty. Ooty is a very important tourist place in South India.
Yeah.
Early morning time, we reached Tom Sabram's house that was just near the Coimbatore bus stand. But we did not say anything to him about our Ooty program. After the breakfast, we returned to the bus stand. He dropped us by a car to the Coimbatore bus stand. At that time, there was one bus was parking inside the bus stand that was going to Kerala. Suddenly, he entered the bus with us, and he had given the traveling charge to the conductor, and he also arranged a seat to us also. So we cancelled the Ooty program, but we did not inform him about this matter. After starting the bus, he wished standing outside the bus. That was a funny and unforgettable
So
incident in my life.
that's all right, great, sir. These incidents, when we recall them, it immediately brings smile to on our face, and it quickly refreshes our entire mood. So, on this wonderful refreshment mood, we move to the next question, sir.
Yes.
Your favorite movie and a message from that movie.
My favorite movie, it's a Malayalam movie, madam. That's known as the Maheshinte Pradikaram. That is uh, the Revenge of Mahesh. That is in Hindi, English. That
Okay.
was my favorite movie. That movie gives a lot of messages also. I very much interested in that movie.
So,
Uh, I
which
think
which
that
is the most
three times. Yes, madam.
so which is the most important message from that movie?
Message. That's the message. We should love the others also. That's the message.
Okay.
And family
Great.
relationships, connections, the parents, children relations. All are we can understand by watching this movie.
Absolutely, the family movie is the importance of family. I think family is the biggest strength one can ever have. That is the asset we all should secure tightly to us, and there is nothing more precious than that. So, the wonderful movie with a great message. Going ahead, sir, one decision that you can undo from the past would be
Pardon?
one decision of your life that you would want to undo from your past.
Decision is to make a progress in life. That is my strong decision. That's why I came this position now.
So anything you regret doing, any decision you regret making?
No, madam. I'm always happy.
Great. So this is again a good take that sir is always happy and he doesn't regret anything in his life, and that is the motto. सब कुछ चलता ही रहता है and ऐसे ही चलता रहेगा. You, if it is up to you, how do you take it? So going ahead to the last
I
question of
am,
this.
madam, I was also happy in my family life also. My wife is also a teacher in my own school. Then I have two children. One is studying in, elder one is studying in class 12th. Younger one is doctor. She is studying in a 10th class. My family life is also very happy.
All right, it's
Actually,
great to
my
know about.
native place in Kerala, uh,
Okay.
but now I'm working in MPs for the last 20 years.
All right. So do you miss Kerala?
Vacation time, I will go there.
All right,
Maybe
you
in
will go in
May.
vacation.
Summer vacation time, I will go there. For only
And
for 1 month.
what is the best thing that my viewers should know about Kerala?
The Kerala is known as the God's own country. The scenic beauty, that is very important. And highest educational rate also in Kerala.
Absolutely. So the country, this city which has the highest literacy rate, and no wonder that
Yes,
we have all educated people coming up from there. Yes. So the last question, sir, your favorite autobiographical book is
my favorite autobiography book, Mahatma Gandhi's autobiography, My Experiment of the Truth. When I was
Experiment.
studying in class 8, that I was reading. Yeah. Then APJ Abdul Kalam's books also. That autobiography, that is also very inspirational, motivational books. The Fire
Wonderful,
of
sir.
Wings.
So before I close this section, I would like to ask you one more thing. Why do you think that our children should read more autobiographies?
Autobiographies actually provides the children uh, the different or variety of the life history of the great patients, and they can also form their life in a better way, and they can also make a success in their life. So I recommended all the children they must read minimum one or two autobiographies in their life.
Absolutely, and there are so many living legends also all around us. Our children must understand, that how they walk up to the in their life. There were some great moments, there were failures, there were success. How did they overcome all kinds of hurdles in their life? So this is the beauty of autobiographies. It changes your mind, it changes your own identity. You become someone else. You start thinking in different direction, and it guides you at its best. So wonderful to know you in this section, sir. Now we have reached to the last question of the show. This is called Viewer's Choice question. So my viewer says that children and youth form the basis of any education system. Yet somehow we are unable to bring reforms that cater to the uniqueness of children. Education should be their domain of the students, by the students, and for the students. Can a school caters to child's individual's need of learning? We have so 50, 60 students in one class, and now everyone talk about every child is unique. Then why do we teach them in a same manner, and why do we even evaluate in the same manner?
But in my personal opinion, the school can cater only or provide only 50% learning needs of the students. Then what are the learning needs? The students are coming from various backgrounds. They have diverse characteristics. They have different learning styles. But every child, every parents, they wanted quality education. So the schools should provide variety of learning opportunities for the children to enhance their learning outcomes. Here I want to mention two important concepts. The one is a formal education, other is informal education. Learning happens in schools, institutions like schools, colleges, universities are known as the formal education. There, the learner will get teachers, study materials, course, infrastructures, facilities, examination, timetable, all things there will be available. Here is some transformation is also happening. A learner transferred or changed into a expert and also a creative being. But there was some adverse effects also, maybe some behavioral challenges, social challenges, the emotional challenges that will negatively affect the learning capacity of every child. But at that time, the teachers should find out the problems. They should find out the weakness of the children, and they themselves find out the solution to solve their problems. The next is the informal learning. Informal learning means learning outside the schools. Maybe like then outside means self-study. Then we in videos, the reading articles, coaching classes, tuition classes, like that. But actually, before admitted a child in a school, he already started his studies from his parents, from his relatives, maybe his religious institution also. He had a huge knowledge. He is getting huge knowledge from outside the school also. Now in Madhya Pradesh, due to COVID third wave, all the schools closed here. My school also closed here. And before 15 days, we started the online class by using an app here. But out of 40 students in a class, only 30 or 35 students already installed the apps in their mobile. So 5 or 6 students, their parents, maybe they have no mobile phones with internet facilities. The balance out of 30, 35 students, only 10, 12, or maximum 50 students are attending the classes, especially in the morning time. But the last period, after 2 hours or 3 hours, the attendance will decrease into 4 or 5 students. This is a real and actual condition in my school. Other school also, they are doing also the same work, but the same situation, same condition they are facing. But here, we are doing our best level. But in front of us, there is no option to continue the children's studies. There is only option to start the online, depend only the online method. But here we wanted the students and parents' support are very necessary. Otherwise, we can't do anything to continue the education. Well, that's why I have definitely said that the school can cater only 50% learning needs in present condition and also in future. That's only the possible way.
Completely agree with you, sir. It's not we parents. I think for us, it's a very easy thing to blame. And we just blame on everything. If the child is not studying, we blame the school. If there is anything happening wrong, then we have to blame someone else. But the biggest thing is that we parents need to understand that child also learns from family environment, from us, from his friends, the society where he lives in. So there is so much of learning happening every time. We as parents also have to shoulder the biggest responsibility of ensuring that have we realized what is our child's special talent. Many of the parents don't even know what their child is good at or what their child wants to do. At times we just force our dreams on our children. So to understand, to celebrate the uniqueness, it's both ways. Even school has to strive to ensure that the child is learning in his own manner and where he is interested, and even we as parents. So you rightly said, without parent support we cannot achieve any of these. So to all my dear parents, please support your child's school and support your child also. Then only you will be able to see what all the talents are there in the child, and you can groom him in a particular field in which he wants to. So on this wonderful note, we would end the conversation now. Sir, it was really great talking to you. Sanjeev, sir, you came, you spoke, and you conquered our mind with your optimism. And yes, I truly enjoyed the conversation, and I'm sure my viewers are going to gain a lot of insights from this wonderful journey of yours. Thank you so much for your time with us.
Thank you so much, Maud.